This episode is being recorded out of Shoptalkpodcast Studios in Oak Park, Michigan. For more information, visit www.shoptalkpod.com.
Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live from
Pink suits with hats to match. Big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks. This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep the hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money on that.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man, Jake Johnson, a.k.a. the tinfoil hat titan, a.k.a. the conspiracy realist, a.k.a. the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr., don't text me with your green bubbles, a.k.a. I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say, Jay, you ice. Young Caesar, because you know you can't roam without me. A.k.a. the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
You missed a part.
I don't feel.
If you did it, I done it, been had it, don't want it, got mad at it. And it's your man Dame going wild. The warlock. And that's what I get for fucking with you. The West Side landlord, corner store conquistador, the liquor store legend, mogul in the making, icon in training, and a modern day sex symbol. What up, though?
You know, karma come quick.
It does. Instant karma. Instant karma.
That's kind of how my life works. It's kind of fucked up, but that's how my life works.
I enjoy karma, especially when somebody has done me wrong. There's somebody that did me dirty, like not too long ago, and I'm watching them go through karma right now.
No, though.
Yeah.
You can't take joy in that, because then that's when karma come back and get you.
I'm not taking joy in it, but I'm just watching it and observing and taking notes. And like, damn, you are really going through some shit, but you should have just gave me that money back, and you probably would have never went through this shit. Yeah, man. Because the shit that I know has cost you at least twice the money that you jerked me out of.
Yeah, man, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is, but
karma is real.
Ain't God good.
Yeah.
Ain't God good.
Welcome back, Shop Talk Podcast, episode number 56.
The Lawrence Taylor episode.
A.K.A. the PBS episode?
PBS. Oh.
Ain't that like channel 56?
Nah, man, VH1 is 56.
Nigga, we ain't talking about cable. We talking about actual TV through the air.
Yeah, PBS.
56 is VH1. You watch 9 HD channels?
I mean, I know where it is on the guide, but when I flip to it, the cable box automatically switched to HD.
Well, if it ain't in HD, it's not on my television.
I mean, I don't.
They might as well remove those channels from the list, like only HD, because
I go off the guide that I know, man. But yes, I mean, I know 56 is VH1 because I love ratchet television. I love terrible TV. Cheaters. Fucking
Cheaters is great television.
They don't make no new episodes though.
That shit was I just caught that shit on television last night. I was bored.
But I love Cheaters. I love Maury.
Remember before Maury, when Maury was like a real talk show?
Yeah.
Like before
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Before he found his niche.
Yeah. Like it was still a dope show. It, like some of the episodes was all touching and like it was a dope show, and then he just went like, hey, this paternity shit.
Maury got 3 shows. Paternity. It used to be, is it a man or is it a woman?
Ooh, he used to hate them shit.
And then the recap shows. That's it.
Yeah. Montel used to be good for that shit too though.
Yeah.
Now, we should do a TV talk show episode. You know, we kind of ranked.
We should. I feel like Maury is the GOAT. No. Oprah. I don't want to hear no Oprah slander. I don't.
Hey, fuck all that shit. That show wasn't that good though. But like in real life, Jenny Jones and
Ricky Lake,
like nigga, that shit killing Oprah. Like in real life, Black Power, she got a lot of money, all that shit great. But
Nick, which one did that nigga murder somebody off of? Wasn't that Jenny Jones?
Yeah.
Shit got real.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah.
The red glass. Anyway, yeah, though.
She had 3 names.
Yeah,
3 first names.
She could be a serial killer.
She could be.
Yeah.
Who else? It was somebody else I felt like had a good on-air show.
Remember Mother Love?
Yeah, I do.
It used to be a bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
We gonna show our age on this shit, but I think that'd be a dope episode.
Mother Love, nigga, that's going back.
Maybe I can go online and find some audio clips from different ones and shit.
Yeah, that might be some good shit.
Yeah, look close for that one.
So,
how was your week, brother?
Week was cool. Yo, shout out to the homie Paper Park. Invited me out to the show. Nigga turned that shit upside down.
That's what's up.
And, you know, I got a chance to kick it with him before sound check. What was that? Thursday night. Him and I ran into, and A-Dub was out there too. Got a chance to chop it up with both them niggas. And Park was just talking about the reception that he's been receiving going on the show. They about to start, I think after tomorrow night, they hit like the West Coast leg of the tour. You know, got some dates lined up in Colorado, Cali, I think he was going to Iowa at one point. So I mean, the stage show was phenomenal. The crowd was really like reacting to it. He put on a dope performance. I was kind of unfamiliar with the other two acts, J.R. Donato. I had heard of Cap G and seen like one or two of his songs on the internet, but I knew he was like one of the XXL Freshman of the Year.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, or he is currently. But I was really kind of unfamiliar with the music, and I kind of like to walk into certain concerts and not just be like familiar with the music, so I can just have like a fresh perspective.
If it's the hype or
is it
really
real
good?
shit? But like them niggas turned that shit out. P had a amazing show. Like I said, it's always good to run in a dub, chop it up with him and the whole IBGM family, and just see that nigga rock it out. These is young bosses in the game. Like, for real, they on the bottom floor of something big, and it's good to see, like, the young homies doing what they do.
I kind of feel like they on that level where, like, say, Wiz, Big Sean, Wale, and Cole and them, where they were just hitting city to city.
Building that buzz, and that's definitely what they're doing.
work.
They out there soldiering right now and building that buzz up, so I can't say nothing but props and congratulations to them. I'm glad that we kind of made the connections where we did, and we look forward to seeing y'all do bigger and better things. And I appreciate Park for just reaching out, and extending the olive branch and just inviting me on out. Like, I had planned to go anyway, but then he was like, dog, like, I'm going to take care of you. And I bought some merch. I didn't get a chance. Like, I'm not big on getting niggas autographs and shit, but like, this the homie.
Support you.
Yeah.
I buy you.
Yeah, I bought some shirts, and that's the homie. Like, I would have loved to get him to scribe on one, but we never made that happen. But I mean, that's no biggie. We'll run into each other soon.
Sure.
And I talked to him about the whole thing we were supposed to go down to Cleveland for, and he said they're gonna do a show along with the whole like panel shit. So he said he reached out to us. So
yeah, they making me take a week off from work, even though I was just gone from work for 7 days. They making me take a week off. So whenever that is, I just take off and
Yeah, we drive on down and he can show us the mistake by the lake.
Yeah. Or he can show us some nice young ladies, and that could be your mistake.
Prove me wrong, because until I'm proven wrong, they just don't exist in Cleveland. They still have the ugliest women in the United States and possibly the universe.
As I say all the time,
but Park, my nigga,
these statements are not statements.
This is all Dame Gone Wild. This is all Dame Gone Wild. Oh shit! What else happened this week? How was your week? Because I saw on the Snap you was out of town, globetrotting and shit.
Man, I was out and about, man. I went to Pennsylvania. Went to Gettysburg, actually. Was down in Gettysburg for like 3 days, and they sent me down there for work. And I heard about the trip, and everybody said they had a decent time or whatever. And I was like, I expected to have a good time, but I ain't really know what to expect. And
you don't think Pennsylvania is popping when you think of all the places to go?
Specifically Gettysburg.
Maybe Pittsburgh, Philly.
Gettysburg is where the Battle of Gettysburg, via the Civil War and all that stuff popped off. And, we went through there, and I got a lot of history on the Abraham Lincoln, the Gettysburg Address, that whole speech. Went through the battlefields, like all the different battlefields where they were fighting at, all the lives that were lost, and it kind of fucked me up because like all y'all was fighting for like the free slaves and shit.
Yeah. Did we throw in the allegedly with that, or?
Yeah, allegedly.
Okay.
Because I mean there is still a debate where side note that South Carolina was the first to succeed from the country. Like them niggas jumped out there and was like, "Fuck this, we keeping our slaves." Because that was
doesn't surprise me. You ever been to South Carolina?
Yeah, I mean that's where the Confederate flag was still flying the whole night.
Yeah, that shit. But shit don't surprise me.
They was the first ones, and then 9 other states jumped out there. So it was like 9 states versus everybody else essentially, and so this is the only thing. So like half the country was benefiting from slave labor. So I got free labor. We making him money hand over fist. And the other half of the country, y'all paying y'all workers or whatever. So they was like, "Oh, something got to give, fam. Like, they making too much money over there. You got to stop them from doing that." And then the country got start beefing. So
I mean, basically, what's going on in America now? Yeah. Shit.
So Abe came through and he said, this shit was founded on everybody human, blah blah blah, and that's the story of why it came to pass, or it could have been like, hey, I run this country and half my company is beefing. Like something got to give, and it was pretty dope, man. Dope experience. A lot of bloodshed, dog.
You was talking about like 70,000 lives lost in like one particular battle.
From like July 1st to July 3rd in Gettysburg.
It's a lot of motherfuckers dying.
A lot of people dying. I mean, so we went through, we saw like they had these fake triages set up where like you get shot and you may not see a doctor for like 3 or 4 days. And like,
back then you dying.
Yeah, it was primitive. You know what I'm saying? So like you got shot in the arm, they cutting your arm off or they cutting your leg off. And they showed this barn that they would use as the makeshift hospital. Like it was so many that they'll cut your stuff off and just throw it out the window and shit. And then later on, they'll come pick up all the body parts, burn them bitches and bury them. Like it was that. Like if you get shot in the stomach, you bleeding out. Like it's the number one cause of death back then was diarrhea, nigga.
I see that Dave Chappelle talked about that in his special.
Like, dog, diarrhea?
Hey man, I catch
dysentery and shit like you like and like
you catch diarrhea at a bad weekend.
So and how it kind of worked for they sent me out there for work. It was some leadership shit, you know what I'm saying? It was just blunders in leadership and disagreements because like the Confederates, them niggas almost won. Like this one battle decided everything, and it was just one bad mistake. Like shit, this country would be totally different because they almost won, and they had less numbers.
Could you think about that shit? Like we still might be slaves.
It ain't a might. It ain't a might.
Shit could have went down later.
With who?
I don't know. Black people would have got sick of that shit sooner or later.
I mean, this always kind of bothered me. Half the country was free. Black folks was doctors, lawyers, out here living regular lives, and the other half of the country, y'all slaves. I never understood how y'all could just be okay with that shit. Like, you just go about your life knowing that on the other side of the country.
Now my circus, now my monkey.
So that's when you say shit could have went down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shit, wow, you know. But it was pretty
good thing we'll never know. What else popped off this week? Oh man, my nigga DMX in jail, facing 40 years for tax evasion.
He just posted bond yesterday for $500,000
cash bond.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Don't nobody care about DMX going to jail for 40 years because it's probably not gonna happen.
I mean, it might happen.
40? He got that. If he posted 500,000 bond, all you got to come up with is another 500,000.
I mean, the reason I say it might happen
600,000.
Because, and this is not by no means how I feel, but people don't care about DMX. You know what I'm saying? It's like a spectacle. Oh, he the crack, he did it. Like it's a joke. Like they don't care about this actual person.
I still care about Earl.
I know.
I still care about
Earl. But like people don't. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did, and then people make jokes about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be funny. Like he not a human. Like he not the person that was beloved.
Like he didn't drop 2 platinum albums in the same motherfucking year.
6 months apart.
But it's dark as hell, and dark and hell is hot, and blood of my blood, flesh in my flesh, blood of my blood came out the same year. Y'all better put some respect on that shit. Yeah, don't let that legend go to jail.
Man, I really hope he just get better, dog.
Yeah, you just gotta.
Last time, unfortunately,
solicit the prayer warriors.
The
for
last
DMX.
time he was in prison, like he actually did get better per se. Like he pick up weight.
Because you don't. Well, I mean, not to say that you can't get access to crack in prison. Because you
get
can
more drugs than
you can.
But I don't know. I don't want that to be what gets him straight.
Nah, I want DMX to make one last great album.
It's in the works. They actually working on it now.
Like not like
Swiss producing it. Like
I want one more great DMX album.
I think right now, because of the things he's been through, his voice doesn't sound the same.
Nah, he got that Siegel going on.
Yeah, his voice doesn't sound the same, and maybe if he gets back in the right mind and spirits, it does. But until his voice actually gets the same, I don't think he can make that same type.
Like drug addiction is some real shit, and getting off of that shit is hard than a motherfucker. Yeah. I have a terrible story time with Dame about drug addiction. And
you want to share it?
I mean, I bought it up, so
okay.
Let's sit down, children. Crisscross applesauce. It's time for story time with Dame. Once upon a time, we worked for a large corporation, and I got involved in some shit that I was dead wrong in. They called in the securities manager, HR, all this shit, called me down to the office, questioned me about it, and I did it. Just plain and simple. I did the shit. I knew they was gonna fucking fire me after they did the investigation because I knew I did the shit. Fucked up really bad. And securities manager, HR, they all questioned me about that shit. Let me go back to my desk. I came down 15 minutes later and told them niggas I had a drug problem and y'all was finna make me relapse. Do you know they sent me to rehab?
What?
Yes. I was in rehab and shit. I had to go to...
Time out. Quick thinking, my nigga.
Yeah, because my homegirl work in HR, she told me if you tell them they got a problem, they can't fire you. I went down there and told them y'all about to make me relapse. I told them niggas, they was like, well, what have you been addicted to? Crack and heroin.
Oh shit. nigga went all the way.
I took it to the limit. Crack and heroin. And y'all finna make me go back. Y'all finna make me go back. They gave me a pamphlet, sent me to rehab. Nigga, I had a sponsor. I went through a 12-step program. Nigga, my sponsor still calls me every now and again to check up on me. You know, how you doing? I tell them one day at a time. One day at a time. I'm fighting that addiction every damn day. But shit, I just had a newborn. Like my oldest was like a baby. And all I can see is like I can't buy my baby diapers and formulas because I'm out here on some dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm laughing because it's funny.
It's funny now
coming from Dame, but that is definitely not. I mean, addiction is not. That's some real shit.
No, addiction is some real shit. But
Jesus,
crack and heroin saved my job that day and let me be able to provide for my family.
Might as well say crack and heroin saved my life.
It did. It did.
And
look, if your employer is about to fire you, tell them you got a drug problem. They can't do shit. They just stuck.
Even alcoholism works.
Yeah, that shit
because
is.
now that's like, so for an example,
that shit is considered a disability. Alcoholism,
for sure. Like you can, if you at work and they drug test for say marijuana, like you can get fired for that. You at work high, you can get fired. If you go to work drunk, they can't fire you if you tell them you're alcoholic. They will put you in program. They put you in treatment and everything like that.
Suspend you for 30 days probably.
Yeah, but
you still got a job when you come back.
It's been officially classified as a disease, so then that'll be discrimination. You can't discriminate against me because I have a disease. Now,
if you go in there lying about the shit and saying, "Nah, I ain't drunk. I ain't drunk."
Did they? Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, got you. You said you're going to make me relapse.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, because shouldn't they just like test you? Like, this nigga ain't got no hair on this system.
No, they ain't test me. But I told them they was finna make me relapse. Send me to rehab. Pay for it too.
Well, so what the fuck did you do?
I had to go to these drug treatments.
No. What the fuck did you do at work?
Oh,
unless you can't say.
No, I mean, we don't work there no more. Fuck that place. So I was slanging illegal cable and shit. Like I had a bunch of boxes in my name from my house, and I was selling them to motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. So this was probably your fault then, because you remember right after
shortly thereafter, that's when they did that.
Right after
shit.
that, they swept everybody's account, and niggas started getting fired left and right. They sent an email out like, "Hey, listen, if you got a box that's not in your address, we about to run a test.
Yeah,
we about to run a node test, and if you, nigga, you the reason the niggas got fired."
I had like 20 boxes out there, and they got all the channels. So I'm hitting niggas like, look. Just hook up that basic bullshit. Give me $50 a month.
You saved your job and got rid of 13 others, dog.
Probably more than 13. There's a lot of motherfuckers got fired after that shit.
Oh,
but
shit.
Hey, man. God watches after children and fools. Take your pick. Take your pick, man. I'm one of the two. Damn. So my babies were still going to eat, though.
Hey, I see. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, but they called me and nigga had all the shit. Like, where do you have 20 boxes in your house at, Damon? I'm like, shit, 2 in my kids' room, 2 in the basement. Like, I'm just giving these niggas all type of bullshit.
Like, I like to watch 2 TVs at once, and I don't got picture in picture. So I got 4 boxes.
Nigga, in every bathroom, I'm just lining these niggas out my ass.
Man. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe you were slanging that to support your habit.
to support my heroin habit. But I kept my job. My sponsor literally called me this week. He's a white guy. His name is Josh. And he called me this week to make sure I was all right and still on the straight and narrow.
Wow.
Every day. But I don't even want to make no joke about it because...
yeah, shout out to Josh because you wasting Josh's time while he could be calling real people.
Yeah. And I know somebody that's been through like 12 steps and drug treatment programs, and they really got off, and it helped them. But that day, it just helped me to save my job. So
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
you know, quick story for the kids: you do what you do what you got to do to eat. Plain and simple.
All right, man. What
What other shit happened this week? Oh, another score for the good guys, because Mel B's husband got awarded $40K a month in spousal support. I don't care about a Spice Girl or nothing that they do.
I like Mel B though.
She has attractive moments.
Yeah.
She got that baby with Eddie Murphy too.
Does she?
Yeah, her youngest child is Eddie's baby.
Eddie has some cold pieces.
Not as cold as Nick Cannon.
I mean, Nicole Murphy is cold,
She's still.
but Nick Cannon is probably the GOAT.
Nick Cannon is the GOAT.
Nick Cannon's a sniper though.
Explain.
Like, it's a lot of niggas who move around who be sniping the baddest, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? I don't flaunt it. Like,
Yeah.
you look at my resume, I'm a sniper. I'm not trying to be out there guns a-blazing. Y'all don't got to know what I do, but just know I'm out here sniping.
He got a list full of baddies,
Yeah.
a full resume of them.
It's a couple that's out there that's sniping. I know we was making fun about this the other day when we was talking about Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? And then I actually started looking at the actual list, and I forgot a bunch of names. I was like, really? It's a couple guys in the industry who
Got some
snipe.
good checks on his resume.
It's a couple guys in the city who snipe too. Just leave it out there.
Yeah, we'll keep
But just
we'll keep that quiet. We'll keep that quiet. That's why I got an AK tatted on my arm. I shoot him from 500 feet away.
So
Moving along, SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, man, it's actually kind of
That's the mothership.
SoundCloud. I heard about them having some issues or whatever, and then a couple weeks, or last week or so, they laid off 40% of their staff.
Supposedly, they only had enough money to make it like another 50 days operating.
Yeah. So one of the memos or whatever, they one of the people who left or got fired or let go kind of started that, and they said it was a misunderstanding. They said we are fully funded through whatever the next quarter was, the fourth quarter, and then they took that as we only funded through the fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter is 50 days away. Oh, y'all only got enough money to last 50 days. But things are pretty bad. I don't necessarily know why. I don't know why. I guess I know why to an extent, because in order for them to avoid all those copyright claims, like they be paying artists for the music that be on their station or whatever, that be on SoundCloud. Us, I pay monthly to host our podcast stuff there. But like, if you just got a channel and you playing random music and random mixes, you're not paying nothing out your pocket, but you playing Snoop Dogg latest album, or you playing Jeezy latest album. So Jeezy and Snoop want to get paid. So
Jeezy and Snoop gon' get paid.
Yeah. So they've been paying out different monies, and SoundCloud is really, really big about breaking artists and everything like that, but we need to get paid too. And they made some bad investments or something. But I can't afford SoundCloud to get shut down. You can't afford SoundCloud to get shut down.
I'm not, you know what? I look at it on the flip side, and I'm not even worried about that shit. It just makes way for another type of platform.
So everything that you've put out there is gone though.
We got that shit backed up. Okay, I mean, speak to his technology snob, because I don't.
What I'm saying is, once Chance came from SoundCloud. A lot of these artists, all these music artists that's popping right now, they all come from SoundCloud. So when you take away their lane to produce without having somebody pay, because yeah, absolutely, you can go find another streaming service or whatever, but is it gonna be free? Are you gonna be able to load whatever you want to load without that shit being took down?
I get what you're saying.
Like, if you put some shit on YouTube, I'm talking about before your shit finished uploading, you got copyright claims in your email box.
Oh, nigga, we done been through the shit already.
I mean, literally, before your shit is finished uploading, they're like, hey, Sony has a claim on this. We're not gonna take it down, but any kind of advertising you're gonna get is gonna go to them. Or we just taking this shit down specifically. I don't know if y'all know or even notice this shit on Instagram. If you post, you know how people put music behind it. People was doing the mannequin challenge. Nigga, they start snatching them videos down because Ray Shrummer, they're like, oh no, y'all niggas not using this shit. Well, the parent company, like, so if you put the original song on there, we snatching that shit down. You know what I'm saying? So it can be bad out here. And then podcasting, right? SoundCloud is where podcasts go. Like, that is the hub for tons of podcasts. And if
We got a home on iTunes also.
it's fed through SoundCloud.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like the RSS feed. I mean, we got our own site, so I'm backing everything up through nothing else. But like everything is fun through SoundCloud, and a lot of people listen to podcasts on SoundCloud, especially all the Android users, right? Like, I mean, we make fun about them, but like we get a lot of listens from SoundCloud, and that's the link that I kind of put out there because I can just throw an iTunes link out, but if you got a Galaxy, that's not gonna help you. So I'd rather you hit one link that everybody can use or whatever. So. We need SoundCloud to make it. Chance did come out and say he's gonna help them, and then yesterday they tweeted some stuff that they good moving forward. I don't know how you can just do a quick turnaround like that in 48 hours. So I hope so, man, because SoundCloud is a needed resource.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't know. Okay, well that lets you know what I know about technology. Chance also vowed that he would help save SoundCloud.
And plus, like, these episodes we upload, like, they not small. It's not a small file. And it's like I got unlimited web hosting. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is up there forever. Like, so the cost associated with me having to have servers enough to hold everybody's stuff and have the streaming there and to be working all the time, man, that's a lot of cost involved with that, man. So,
I just figured, like, if SoundCloud went away, it would just open up the door for another,
or it'd just be iTunes and it'd be and Spotify and Tidal then jumped into the pod. Like,
we need to get on Tidal.
They don't do regular podcasts like that. They open their own podcast joint. And it's not open for everybody. Like,
well, fuck Tidal then.
Like, Spotify is not open for everybody. You can't just upload your podcast to Spotify. But like, I want the little guy to succeed. There has to be an independent route somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. It would be another new social media platform for just music.
Where's that?
When MySpace died, something else came along. I mean, if SoundCloud died, I just feel like something else would come along.
Yeah, and
maybe we would create it.
I don't got the money.
I mean,
I don't got the capital. Yeah, I don't got the.
With the right idea, the right investors,
right?
I give you a chance I will give you a chance right now to invest for $10.
Yeah, but it'll hurt when SoundCloud going down. It hurts possible the next startup. Like, we just seen what happened to SoundCloud. What's gonna make you different?
But I'm just saying, like, that's what happens in business and great things to be created. Something has to die off. A better idea has to come along. SoundCloud is not going to be the end all and be all. Eventually, one day it will go the fuck away, and there'll be something else. MySpace, when we stopped caring about MySpace, then it was Facebook. We stopped caring about Facebook, it was Instagram. Like, there'll always be an alternative.
Those are social media platforms where I can share pictures of myself. Music streaming is something different, though. Like,
I just feel like it'll be something else that comes along. I mean,
all right. Well, until that comes along, what do you do? What do you do when shit that you listen to weekly ain't there no more?
Create your own website. Direct that traffic to where you're at.
Okay, but as a consumer is what I'm asking you. As a consumer who on Thursday listened to whatever it is, like, what do you do in the meantime?
Go to www.shoptalkpod.com and listen the fuck up. Dame Cone Wild on Twitter and Instagram and tune the fuck in. We everywhere. Like, I'm not worried about the other nigga. I'm worried about us.
There's a lot of artists out there who, like, where would you go? Well, how do I find new music?
Put that shit on YouTube. Be resourceful. Like before YouTube, before SoundCloud, you still listen to music. You still got new music
via a DJ, via record pools, via like BET with musics.
All I'm saying, the internet still existed. There were still ways to find and get new music. I've been scouring this shit for years. Like, it's always like, if you can't find a way, you make a way. It's always gonna be there. I don't want to hear no excuses. If you're a hustler, get on your fucking hustle.
We're not talking about the artist. I'm talking about the consumer.
If you a consumer, like, it's like trying to find crack. If I want to get crack, I'm gonna find it. You want to get new music, you gonna find that shit.
All right. We'll agree to disagree.
I mean, that's what we do on most subjects anyway, is agree to disagree.
Because
I'm
most
just saying.
music fans ain't looking for the music. You know what I'm saying? They wait till somebody tell them what's hot, and they usually find that shit anyway. But this week, man, a lot of shit popped off, man, on some racially motivated shit. Did you see this video of the police officers who have a young man tied up?
And they fake acting like they trying to get that dog off of him.
Yeah, so they have him face down, arms behind his back, and handcuffs while there's a dog biting him. And the dog is just going nuts and got the grip on him. And the police officer, like, has the dog and, like, kind of moving him to the left and right, acting like he's trying to get the dog off of him. And, you know, it hits the interwebs. And then the cop apologists, they start. He's trying to get the dog off of him. Look.
No, he's not.
He's making it worse. Like, he might as well be doing the shaking for the dog. Like, dogs are trained via commands.
Goddamn right.
Release.
Police dogs are specifically trained to obey those commands immediately. Like, I didn't hear him giving the dog
Three police officers there. Ain't nobody say nothing.
Not giving the dog no type of commands.
Like, this shit, wow. Like, you literally on tape just biting the fuck out this dog. Biting this fuck out of this man. I heard somebody in one of the comments say, but no one's asking what the guy did. Nigga, what?
He's at this point, he's handcuffed and on the ground. Like, whatever the fuck he did, he's in custody.
Man, I don't
want to hear that shit.
Man, these internet trolls. I fought a troll and won this week. We'll talk about it a little bit later.
You fought an internet troll? Did you win?
I won.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit made me feel good.
Made you feel vindicated?
I definitely was.
Fuck that police officer. Fuck that police dog. I'm on my Ice Cube shit this morning. Fuck the police.
You see the other video when the
let me ask you a better question. You ever see a police video where the police does the right thing? Absolutely not.
It's few and far between.
Okay.
It's few because I've seen some.
Now I did see one entertaining police video this week where the police officer told the young nigga, "I'm not gonna take you to jail. We're gonna throw hands." He said, "You want to avoid the?" He said, "We can either go to jail or we can throw hands." Right, and said one of the two.
What was the decision?
The nigga went to throw hands with the officer. This officer was a person of color. I don't know if he was brown or black, but he was a man of color. And he whooped that ass.
Good job.
He knuckled up with this young nigga and he beat his fucking ass.
That's the type of police brutality I'm not necessarily against. If I give you a choice, like, hey, you can fight for your freedom or I can take your ass to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
Square up, dog. Take these knots and go the fuck home.
I mean, but how often have you said to yourself, man, I'll beat this cop ass?
For sure. Like, nigga, you out of shape. Like, you can't beat me in a foot race. If outside of you shooting me, I can get the fuck away.
Let me say this officer was like not a fat like he was a nigga that probably hit the gym a few times a week. Like, not that he was just muscular and
why
hella
don't police
fit.
Officers fight more?
Because some of them, this is their first type of confrontation with
usually
another
when
adult.
I see the police officer fighting, it's usually they jumping somebody, right? Like an innocent person and hit them with batons. But like, how come you always go to the gun or the taser? Like, why can the police punch you?
Yeah, they can.
They're like, hey, sir, put that down. And you don't. Can I just punch you and just get this shit over with? Like, why do I got to shoot you? Can I just knock you out or something like that?
I know somebody that's a police officer that's been on the Detroit Police Department for about 10 years now. And I have seen this nigga in full uniform punch a motherfucker. So, okay. I mean, like, I've seen niggas throw hands. I know a couple hood niggas that's detectives now.
Like, I know when I was at Cody and shit, there's one nigga, I seen some police brutality, like, straight up, and I was perfectly okay with it, though. It was this one cop, we used to refer to him as RoboCop, and this one nigga, he went and peed on his squad car and shit.
Oh, well, yeah, you gonna get punched in the face.
Caught the nigga on J Road, like it's the Halen, right where the U-Haul joint's at. And he picked this nigga up. He Homer Simpson Bart choked him with two hands, picked him up like off his feet was off the ground, slammed him on the hood of his car.
Did he catch him like in the act of pissing on the car?
No, he pulled up on him because he knew who did it. He pulled up on him because he knew exactly who did it, and he lifted him. It was like an Undertaker choke slam, and he started beating his ass on the
He didn't arrest him, did he? He just whooped his ass and rolled off?
I mean, I watched for a minute, then I kept walking. Like, I'm not about to stand around. And this was like last week of school and shit. It's midday time. everybody should be in school, but everybody's leaving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Senioritis was high at that time.
For sure. And he got the business, and I was like okay with it though. Like,
I mean, that's taking shit a little.
Like, you shouldn't be doing this, right? Like, as a police officer, you should not be doing this. But I don't think the nigga gonna make a report over it.
Yeah, I take that. I have been trying to take a picture on top of a police car for a long ass time.
Don't do it, dog.
So hold on.
Shit.
Let this be a continuation of story time with Dane. So I've been trying to take a picture on top of a cop. Now I got a picture sitting on the trunk of a cop car. Down in nigga, I was down at the 7-Eleven off Jefferson downtown, and some police officers was in there.
This is recent, man.
This is like 2 summers ago.
Cause like that's the first 7-Eleven in the city of Detroit.
Yeah, this is like 2 summers ago, and the police was in there like taking their time getting some Slurpees, like getting 3-4 different flavors. And I was out on a date, and I was like, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna need you to be real quick with this shit and snap this picture."
This nigga Dame is not the sharpest knife in the fucking drawer. Though.
And I got it, but the picture was like blurry because we was in a rush. So there was another time where I was, maybe about a year ago, I was getting arrested. I mean, the story just is what it is. I'm getting arrested. I was at the gas station. Police pulled up on me. I don't have nothing, no license, no registration, no insurance on the vehicle. He was like, "Yeah, you coming down with us." I was like, "Cool. But can I ask y'all one favor while y'all got me in these cuffs? Like, I've really been trying to take a picture, like, just linked over on the hood of a police car." And a police officer was like,
all right.
Yeah, he was like, "All right, I'll do it." He said, "If you run," and he told me, "If you run," basically he was going to shoot me in the back.
Look, I saw a video this week. I don't know if it's real or not. So a young lady showed it to me last night. Police officer pulls a guy over. And the guy's in his car, he's recording. He was like, he gets out of his car. He was like, police officer screaming, "Get back in the car, get back in the car." Like, he real aggressive. He's like, "Man, something wrong with my car." And he pulls out his gun, points at the police officer. He gets the drop on the police officer. Points at the police officer, "Get the fuck out the car." Police officer opens the door with his hands up, and he said, "Now walk that way." And the police officer walked that way and started running and shit. And then the video ends.
What?
Nah, like the way that shit, like the language.
It's got to be a comedy video or something.
I don't. That's all the information I got. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody asked me like, "Did you see this one?" I'm thinking like, let me go look for this story because I know this nigga's dead by now. But it kind of gave me it looked real. I'm telling you, like, it looked real, but it gave me a fake vibe because of the how the cop's voice sounded kind of like I'm trying to be a fake cop. But he was like, "I'm tired of you motherfuckers pulling me over," and nigga was like, "Get out the car."
Nah.
And he made the comment.
Nah, I don't. I gotta see this shit. I don't believe it is movie magic.
I don't advise you niggas to do this.
Nah,
shit
not ever
at all.
But anyway, the cop that was he was gonna take a picture of me, like sitting on the hood of the car. Then my phone died.
Oh.
So now I'm sitting on the east side in the jail.
That could have been your one phone call. This nigga's over trying to focus and shit.
Bitch died. He turned to me and said, "Your phone died, sir." I'm like, you ain't got no charger?
Now you pushing it, nigga. Now you pushing it.
But yeah, they took me to jail over on the east side. And when you're in jail and you were like, we rely so heavily on our cell phones. When I was in jail, I literally knew 4 numbers off the top of my head.
I don't know.
And they were 4 people that I really didn't want to call and have a conversation that I was in jail.
Yeah, one of my closest female friends, she changed her number like 2 years ago. And like she had the same number for like.
I hate them type of niggas. Had the same number her whole life.
My phone number now, I've had this shit since 2001.
I had my same number since 99.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like why did you change your fucking number? Like, why did you do it? Because I would fuck all that. Keep the same.
She got into a new relationship, trying to start brand new.
No, she just weird like that.
Luckily, when I went to jail, I seen a homeboy of mine who was processing out. And I was like, "Hey, could you call? I mean, I know you're going back to the hood. Can you reach out to these couple people?" And I was out within an hour. So, you know.
I know my nigga Dan. I know his number by heart. He's reliable.
D-Mary 313, get you out of jail. Did Dan have his little queen yet?
Not yet. Happy birthday to him. His birthday was yesterday, though.
That's what's up. Shout out D-Mary. Had us in here that night where I was drinking that 40 and that Remy.
Yeah.
Talking wild as fuck.
Still got that audio.
I hope that audio is never released because I was talking crazy as shit.
Yeah, it was so much shit on there. That shit never coming out, dog.
Burn it.
I would have to edit that shit out. It's never coming out.
Have to burn it, my nigga.
All right, man. So let's get into our next topic, which actually is kind of like the basis of this actual episode.
It is. It is our episode. Racial appropriation.
Yeah, cultural appropriation.
Okay. That's a better look for it.
So you seen this Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor.
They going on their world tour press conference.
Absolutely. So have you been watching all this foolishness?
They are selling this fucking fight. It remind me of like some shit for WrestleMania. It's Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior type shit.
I almost want this to be the new norm, though.
Like, it's so over the fucking top.
Yeah, I mean,
Conor McGregor didn't have a shirt on during one of the press conferences.
I don't know if you noticed that. So I watched all of them.
Okay.
Plus, when I was out of town, like once I get back to the hotel room, like
that's all that's on because
you know
no video on demand, none of that shit. You watch.
Yeah, like let me catch up with my shit. So the first one, Floyd took it. The first press conference. Second press
conference.
Conor
McGregor was dressed to the nines in that suit that said "fuck you" in the stitch.
Yeah. Second press conference, because Conor didn't know what was going on in the first one. Second press conference, Conor turns up. I'm giving it to Conor.
Yeah.
Third one, Floyd comes back and Floyd wins. Now this last one yesterday was kind of weak. I kind of get an edge to Floyd. Well, I get an edge to Floyd because Floyd made rain on another man. When a nigga throw money at you and have that, like
that's hella disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You don't. Conor, you're not from where we're from. Like this is a different culture from you, especially for a black. Like don't throw fucking money at me, dog. Like that's how.
That's fighting action.
That's how Shine let off shots in the motherfucking club. Niggas threw money at Diddy.
That's so fucking disrespectful. Like I got money too, nigga.
Like don't make it rain on me. Like that is some shit that will get you shot.
What if a nigga
killed.
make it rain with hundreds on you?
I might take a couple, but somebody's still getting shot and killed. Allegedly. But if one or two slip underneath my foot and I slide my foot back real slow, it is what it is.
Niggas is cool. They be nice around the time Shine come out.
But
Shine did 10 years.
For sure. 11, because somebody got shot too.
Yeah.
Not even the intended target.
And they don't play with guns in New York. Yeah. But Shine did 10.
But the press conference has been really, really entertaining and everything like that. One thing I didn't realize was how big Conor McGregor's head is. Pause. This motherfucking his skull is a lot bigger than Floyd's skull. He has a big fucking head.
He has a little bit of a height.
He has a height
and a weighted and a little bit of a weight advantage on Floyd. But there's nothing in my mind in 35 years of living God's beautiful earth that makes me believe that this leprechaun is not going to get peppered with shots and fucked up by the champ.
For sure, he's going to lose. It's like it's going to be bad.
50-0.
Arturo Gotti bad.
Do you think that's the type of ass whooping he gonna give him?
I do, I really do, and because
I mean I'm not doubting that he's not gonna beat his ass.
I really do think at first I thought it was gonna just be I'm a pepper with shots. I can just beat you up for 12 rounds and get the victory, or make somebody retire you or whatever, make it throw the towel in. But the press conferences got a little bit testy, and he started saying different,
a little personal,
and Floyd had a little different look in his eye, and he was like, him and 50 was talking shit. He was like, I'm always be professional, but he said he disrespected my family, he disrespected my daughter, he disrespected black women. Said, we'll see him in the ring on 26.
Your fans can't fight for you.
Floyd said, he said he gonna fight. He said he gonna see the hand of God.
I like that type of talk.
You know what I'm saying? But this was like after the press conferences. I mean, after all that show, and then they do interviews, whatever. I think he gonna punish him.
I'm perfectly fine with that. If I pay $1 American to see this shit, like if I got to pay to get into a bar, if I got to throw a nigga $10 coming to his house to see this shit, I want to see an ass whooping.
And it's gonna be an ass whooping, and I understand that everybody don't know boxing, right?
A lot of motherfuckers don't. Like, me and you have been friends for years, and like this is where almost the podcast idea came from, because we talked so much about boxing. Like, if you don't know boxing, and I'm not just talking about you watch it when it's the big fights. I'm talking about like you watch boxing when it's on ESPN, when it's on ABC. Like, you know the up and coming niggas.
Don't talk to me about you don't know shit about boxing. And if you don't know what that statement means, like that is a statement
from who now? From
the Floyd Senior and
Roger.
Yeah, and Roger. But like boxing fans and boxing forums, like that is a saying. And you don't know shit about boxing if you only talk about pay-per-view fights.
Yeah.
If you tell me that Floyd runs around the ring, you don't know shit about boxing. No. If you tell me
he's the best defensive fighter that maybe ever.
If you tell me, no, not even. If you tell me, and
he's
I know
one of the best.
And that's why I know people don't know boxing, because that, like, have you ever seen Pernell Whitaker fight?
Pernell didn't take no big shots.
No, and this nigga, he was so elusive. Like that nigga literally do like the limbo to this, like Willie Pett. Like it's a bunch of motherfuckers. Anyway, but if you tell me that Floyd don't hit hard, you don't know shit about. Like you haven't been watching.
Nigga
this shit
broke
long.
His hands like the first half of his career.
Like this nigga been fighting for 21 years. You just started watching when he got into the giant pay-per-view arena.
Yeah.
When I'm 30 plus or whatever. Like you don't understand what. Have you looked at his knockout record though? Like.
And he told Conor, you either gonna leave on your face or you're gonna leave on your back.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
that sounds like how a date should end.
You don't want to leave her on her. I guess I can see how you do that.
That might have been a bad joke. That might have been mistimed.
Yeah, but I'm further
at the end of the night, you leaving on your face or on your back.
Upon further review, which was also going to be the name of this podcast, honestly.
It's the name now. Upon further review.
That was actually going to be the name of the upon further review. It does still work. But, so, let's just talk about some of the shit that happened. I know this shit is all, like, publicity and everything. This whole...
You think them niggas shaking hands and dapping it up backstage after this shit?
I'm sure there's conversations. I don't think. I mean, we're not friends. It ain't that level.
We're co-workers.
Yeah, but this whole Floyd. Now Floyd got tax problems and all other bullshit. Like this shit is really just to sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because more people think, wait a minute, and since he has tax problems, he really doesn't want to fight. He's being forced to fight. Maybe he's not ready.
Nah.
Conor has the. Hey, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, right? But let me see if I can play this audio clip, man.
The dancing monkeys.
So they asked him who will win against him and Rocky 3. Oh, let me think about which one Rocky 3 was. Oh, that's the one when they had like the celebrities in the gym. With the dancing monkeys in the gym. So then they played a clip where they in Philly, a bunch of black fighters in there. You know, we a little different how we move around the ring and everything. And Apollo comes in this suit. Rocky comes in this suit. I mean, they literally are celebrities. You know what I'm saying? They the shit. I'm like, well, Conor, that's the scene that you choose to describe, and you say dancing monkeys? Because there's no actual monkeys in this clip.
Correct.
Because I'm thinking like, well, wait a minute. Maybe I just don't remember.
You had to go back and watch Rocky?
Before I jump out the window. Because sometimes that also happened this week. I don't know if you heard the shit about with D-Ray and the Planet of the Apes.
No, I didn't.
In the new Planet of the Apes movie, is one of them wearing a blue vest. And D-Ray, who always wears blue vest, was like, hey, they got you portrayed as a monkey.
Who the fuck said that?
Because in the movie, I guess, like, the monkeys is like fighting against the apes are fighting against the police. So it was kind of one of them things, but then they go back to the original one from like the 60s and all the fucking apes got on blue vests. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, so before I jump out the window and say all the other things. Like,
why would they circle this shit back around to D-Ray?
Because D-Ray wears a blue vest every single day.
D-Ray Davis?
Nigga, DeRay, the show.
Oh.
No wonder you said it.
That's why I was fucking lost. I said, who the fuck cares about DeRay Davis?
No, the social activist.
Okay, I know who you're speaking of now.
He wears that blue vest everywhere, like every single day, no matter what. He has that blue vest.
His uniform.
Yeah, that's his little calling card.
Like how Janelle Monáe used to dress like Colonel Sanders. She did.
Yeah. But so I didn't want one of those situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is there a monkey in this scene?
Nah,
somewhere?
Rocky 3 was one of my favorite Rockies.
Yeah. So
Clubber Lang.
it's funny how you can refer to. Why you referring to black people as monkeys?
I think it's some. And I'm not excusing it, but I mean he is from Ireland. Irish people ain't really big on black folk.
For sure. Irish people ain't. I don't want to make that statement. I will say this: he has made racially insensitive comments.
This isn't the first time.
He called somebody like a cholo. You know what I'm saying? He was.
Is it wrong that I'm laughing at that?
You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of different.
Anytime I get
racial epithets that he has used against folks. Right?
Anytime I pick my kids up from Southwest, I'm always mistaken as being a Mexican or being of Mexican descent. Because, I mean, I don't have a lot of hair, big beard, bunch of tattoos. Like, I go to the gas station, they start speaking Spanish to me. I'm like, hey, bro, just let me get 10 on number ocho. and I'm out this bitch.
Days on ocho. So okay, that's one thing, right? Then,
he told somebody he was going, like, if this was back in the day, I would ride into your village, and like fuck you up pretty much.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, like that was. So he also told on the first day, he was like, Floyd, come dance for me, boy, and he knew he said something fucked up because right after he said boy, he switched it to sir. Dance for me, sir. Like he switched it, and then he started saying kid. Like
it's too late.
You looked at his face and you knew what you said. It came out. You knew what you said. All right, cool.
That's what he said at the crib.
So you said you called him a boy, come dance for me, boy. Then you said ask him to come break dance for me. Okay, cool. You from Ireland, right? You know what I'm saying? So
boy is a white racist word.
It is.
That's what Michael from Good Times said.
Yeah. But guess what? You from different cultures, right?
Yeah.
So I may say something in America that may be taken differently in Ireland, or like if you say the word fag in the UK or some shit, that means a cigarette. I actually just found out why that shit is so. I just found out why that shit is the term faggot is so offensive. It is some offensive shit. Like I'm never saying this shit again. Like it is some offensive shit. But I just found out like the meaning.
Care to explain? I mean, don't just keep it a secret.
So the cigarettes, they refer to it as a fag, and then you light the cigarettes on fire, and then like
oh man.
And then during a certain time frame when you lived a certain lifestyle, they would literally set you on fire. So when you see a gay person, you call them a faggot. That's almost saying like I will burn you to. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's terrible.
It's some terrible shit. But until you know the background and everything,
yeah.
It's like it's just the word I say. It's kind of like the N-word. You know what I'm saying? It's like people say it, but like no, it don't mean that. Yeah, it do still kind of mean that.
Yeah.
So I can see why that shit is offensive. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. So we can play the culture part, right? So he started getting heat on these couple of joints. Like, what's up with these racial comments and shit? And I can go hold the cultural differences or whatever, but then the last one, he tried to clean this shit up. They try to say I'm racist or whatever. I can't be racist. I'm black from the belly button down. Oh, okay.
That's what we talk about. Like everybody think they funny because they got a microphone in front of your face. That's just not funny, bro.
Then he say he black from the waist down. And then he does just like this little dance and shit, this little sexual dance, and they say that's for all the black women or some shit like that. Like really? Like what? Word? And that's not it.
No, it was there, and there's more.
So then he say in the little interview, he's like,
upon further review,
he can't be racist. You know what I'm saying? Look, he like I gave him a Jay-Z CD. You know, I come out, I got a Coogee on. I listen to the Notorious B.I.G. Like,
is that your Conor McGregor voice? Also,
that's the best I could do. Like, so hold on, fam. You can't be racist because
I got a Coogee and I listen to 444 on the way up here.
So you dress the part and you listen to the music from this culture, so you can't be racist, huh? Like that's how you identify with everything. Like think about the things that you recognize as quote unquote being bad. Oh, we heard black men got big dicks. Oh, they dress fun, they dress fly, and they listen to this music. This is the black experience. Like you can't come over here and claim cultural differences when I say something that may be taken different. Oh, in my country we don't say this, but you know enough of the culture to rock a Coogee to call yourself the notorious. What's his
notorious MMA?
Yeah, you know he came out the Biggie shit. You know what I'm saying? You know enough about the culture to dress the way, to listen to the music, to try to look cool, but you don't know enough about the culture that you shouldn't refer to black men as monkeys. That you shouldn't tell a black man that dance for me, boy. That you shouldn't do a sexual dance and say this is for all my black women. Like, really?
Nah.
Like, at some point, and guess what?
Nah, I'm not buying it.
And I understand this is promo for the fight. I don't even know if you feel that. I'm not about to say you this man racist or anything like that. I can't say that, right?
It looks a tad racist to me.
So,
I mean, it walk like a duck, sound like a duck.
So this is when I said defeated the troll, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ken. Ken tagged me in a bunch of boxing different things. And
yeah,
whatever.
I see it all on Shop Talk.
And like
timeline and shit.
And I make posts, whatever, and then somebody felt so inclined to request me as a friend and send me a DM. It's like, you can't possibly believe that Conor is racist. This is just you guys reaching for straws. I'm like, well, who the fuck is you guys? That's strike number one. But two, like, hey, I never said that man was racist. What I do have a problem with is what he chose to identify is the black experience. And you only can play the cultural thing if you want to play the whole way. You can't say, well, I didn't know about this, but you do enough of research about the culture to look cool and fit in to kind of patronize to black folks, because it's very easy to patronize to the masses of any particular group.
Of course.
I do these couple of different things, they're going to like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy for you to do this and not do this. And then he was like, well, very valid points. I can see where you're coming from. I'm like, I shut this motherfucking troll down. Like, get your ass out my goddamn DMs. Now you blocked.
To block hell you go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's very interesting. So they gave me, I just want to think about this whole cultural appropriation shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like I guess recently it has a negative connotation to it when you talk about cultural appropriation, because they use like an example of like the Kardashians getting some cornrows, and then like some of these,
I mean, shit, box braids from
and then like Teen Magazine or something, like they're starting a new trend with these boxer. They call them boxer braids. Like, it's box braids.
I seen a meme that had this Klan member with dreadlocks. Like, really? Is that how out of touch you are with shit?
But you gotta look at this though, right? So if you see a Klan member with dreadlocks, next time you see a black woman with blonde hair, do you tell her? What do you tell her?
I love it, baby. If it's 26 inches down your back, bone straight, I love it.
That's what we got. You know, the cultural appropriation thing is a big thing, because like, is it okay for who to steal whose coat? Like, what? Like, so how do you have a problem with one and not the other? Like, if you see a black woman with blonde hair and blue eyes.
I love a little thotty. I love a little thotty out there in action. Right. I ain't got no problem with that blonde hair, baby.
I get it. So then when Rachel Dolezal pull up with her dreadlocks.
Come on, man. Rachel Dolezal, we talking something completely different.
Well, I'm just saying, with the
she wants to live the black experience, but don't want to be black.
You think Conor McGregor want to be black?
I hope not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Paul Mooney. That's his.
I love Paul Mooney.
And I'm like, I don't know why.
How great are you if you're able to write for Richard Pryor? That's gold status.
Yeah. So did John Witherspoon. Pops.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. But like, this whole cultural appropriation shit is like, listen, the world needs cultural appropriation. Like, you can't survive without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the case, then we wouldn't have math. Math originated in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to. It's just how it is. But it's the difference between taking something and pandering to it and like misusing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely not for like pandering and just making a joke out of that shit. Right now, Conor McGregor is making a joke out of this shit. And it's not funny. Floyd is going to beat the funny the fuck up out of you.
And when I don't want people to like, because I know this is promo, right? You need a good guy, you need a bad guy.
You need an antagonist, you need a hero, and you need to sell this fight.
And for so long, Floyd has embraced the bad guy role, right? So when you make Conor McGregor the quote unquote racist, now people get on Floyd's side because you look at all these comments.
Is this Floyd being Apollo in Rocky 3 when he came out to Living in America?
Right.
Like, is this the Floyd that we're getting?
Right. So I don't want to take. I understand this promo, whatever, but to the people viewing and the people commenting, these are real people. These are their real emotions. This may be like reality TV, like real people in a fake situation, but the people who are reacting to it, like, this is real. These have lasting impression. These have lasting effects.
Did the Showtime series start already?
No.
Leading up
Just
to the fight?
Just the like the trailer or whatever.
Okay.
It probably,
That's right, because I sent you the trailer like a week ago.
I mean, you know, I'm hip.
I know, yeah, you was already on that shit,
But like, you know, I follow a bunch of different boxing websites, MMA websites, and YouTube pages. Like, I've been watching them train for weeks and months. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like. So we appropriate culture all the time. Like Jamaicans, right? The shit sound cool when they talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all different rappers and different music. While like we take different musical styles from different places or whatever, or people in general do it. So it's not like bad. Like, oh, you're from. I mean, Drake definitely appropriates everybody's culture. Right?
Man.
He'll take the Caribbean sound. He'll take anything, right? It's not like you bad because you took this, because it's perfectly fine. Like, culture is,
it's for everybody.
yeah. It's not like just because I was born here, I can never eat this food. I can never do this. I can never wear my hair this way.
God bless Jamaican food. I love me some curry goat.
You can wear your hair however you want to. You can listen to whatever music you want to. There's no barrier where like you can't do this because you're black. You can't wear Argyle sweaters. Like
Yeah.
that may be a bad. Is that a racial joke?
I don't know if it's a racial joke, but I mean, I've seen you in an Argyle sweater before.
Well, you know, I'm pretty black. Yeah, I can pull anything off. But like, or you're white, you can't wear Timbs or like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with that shit.
I'm cool with that one. I'm
What
cool
you
with
mean?
that one. Don't put no Timbs on your feet.
Man, come on, dog. Some fucking Timbs, dog. But like, I don't care. You can wear and rock whatever you want to. You know what I'm saying? There was actually a question Brother Polite posted this week.
About the girl with the kente.
Yeah, white
cloth
girl with
on.
the kente cloth. Like, so how do you feel about that?
All right, man, I'm going to be honest. I ain't with it. Plain and simple. I ain't with it. I don't care. I think Polite and how he kind of carries himself and the banner that he stands on, like, I kind of got to, I'm not going to say I don't side. Yeah, I probably give him a little side out of that shit. Like, not with all that shit you be talking, bro.
It's one of the things where it make you think. Like, so.
You ain't got to pose for the camera. Like, if that's how you really feel, that's how you feel. But, like, don't be on the shit that you be on. And I don't want to get off on no racist shit because we not racist. Like, I don't want to be like, I got 10 white friends, but like I'm cool. I don't have no problem with white people and no shit. You know what I'm saying?
That guy like 17.
I am I'm a fair skinned black man, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know that there are not white people all through and through my family, even though I believe I'm 100% Zulu according to Ancestry.com. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I don't fuck with white people, because I know the fuck I do. But I just feel like a certain type of way about Polite when I saw that shit. But you know, if that's the cross you want to stand on, if that's the flag you want to bear, then you know, God bless it. But I got my right to my opinion too.
I know. I just enjoy those type of questions. Like, well, if we can appropriate other cultures, different wears of garb and everything, should ours be off limits to everybody?
Like, I seen, what was it? It was either Express or American Eagle or one of them type of places that had like dashikis with jersey numbers on the back of them. I was like, that's just kind of weak. Do I want to get a dashiki with number 30 for Steph Curry on the back? Like, nah, I don't.
But I do rock a dashiki sometimes.
Yeah, but like, we got them, like your dashiki you got from Tariq, like you got from a nigga that's, you know, wears a shirt around that says kidnapped from Africa. Yeah. Like he on a different waveline.
I bought some from Amazon too, because I got Amazon Prime. And
it was Prime Day
I got Amazon Prime, and if I don't get something shipped to my house every month, like I feel like I'm wasting it. So,
I don't have Amazon Prime. I'm in the dark ages. I don't fuck with Amazon Prime.
I need that free 2-day shipping though. I should be at my house every day. because I don't want to. I feel like I'm a
There's about to be some new shit where Amazon is gonna start shipping to you niggas on Sundays, and if you
they already ship on Sundays.
and if you live within like a certain amount of like a Walmart, but it's gonna be through the USPS, not just through FedEx.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you live within like a certain amount, like a certain number of miles from whatever store that you ship from, same day.
Good.
That's about to be the new way.
They got like 6 hour shipping depending on where you from and different shit like that.
Like we do that shit. Like at my job, we gotta ship out shit, and we do that shit. Like you, if we fuck up real bad, we can get it to you the same day. But I'm just like, I don't think that shit matters that much.
You know, I actually got the audio of Conor talking about how he's black and because he listened to Jay-Z and everything.
He bought
444 and gave it to him. Like he was like dumbfounded. Like, how can I be racist? I gave him 444. Like what? Nigga?
When you give Jay-Z as a peace offering, that dissolves all your racism.
Hey, I come in peace. I listen to hip hop. Like it got to be more than my experience than that because
I come in peace. I listen to hip hop.
Like the black experience is more than hip hop music, dog. It's more than hip hop music, big dicks, hip hop music, and fancy clothes. Cause that's how we portray it.
And women.
You know what I'm saying?
And beautiful black women.
Now, just cause I like all three of those things, it don't. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that's all of me. I'm more multifaceted to those three things. Okay. I also I'm educated. Okay.
And if you
I like
fried
poetry.
You eat fried chicken?
I don't eat animal flesh any longer.
Not at all.
I haven't. No, not at all.
Plant-based dripping out here. Jay Johnson.
Shout out to Unsavory Antics podcast. They just did an episode called "What the Health Are You Eating?"
Yo, if you watch that documentary, it'll have you thinking. I've started watching it, and now it's got me thinking whole differently when I walk through the supermarket.
For sure. Like it was I watched a couple of different documentaries, and some of the people that I've watched on, they were in this one, and you need to watch that shit, man. They setting you up for failure. Us specifically for failure. But that's neither there. Shout out to Unsavory Antics podcast. Go find them on SoundCloud.
And Verge and Crystal been having like they getting it now. They clicking together.
Yeah. And
like their last couple episodes been good as fuck.
Hell yeah.
And not to say that they only 9 episodes deep into this shit, but now they got a good thing going. I like them two together.
For sure. Dope. And they record right here out of Shoptalkpodcast studio.
What? Black owned business in this bitch.
100% ownership. So if you do got a podcast, because there are a couple people hit me out, a couple podcasts that are recording with us. If you do need somewhere
JD
to record,
Anderson, Ballhead Brother Radio.
Absolutely.
Our fellow, can we call them our roommates, I guess, to
our
an
business
extent?
partners, you know what I'm saying?
Slimmy Hoffa.
Absolutely. Got another I won't say the new one that's gonna be starting next month until they actually record and we get them into the check clear.
Yeah. To that PayPal hits.
Yeah. But they may change their name or some shit. Like you never know. So
yeah, we got maybe another 2 I know coming on board.
Yeah. I actually got something scheduled for tomorrow. Long story short is if you got a podcast and you need a professional place to record, a location, a professional looking studio.
We're doing a commercial right now,
Well, absolutely. If you need a place to record, come to Shop Talk Podcast Studios because we got some really affordable rates, and over time they're going up. If you're down with us already, then we gonna keep you where you at. But I had a couple people tell me say why don't you charge more? I was like, I thought I was just I'm trying to be competitive out here in the market. Like, no, you should charge more. I'm like, we'll discuss.
We'll sit down and have a meeting with our partners,
Yeah.
and we'll come up with a price point that keeps the rent covered,
Right.
and the cash flow revenue coming in this bitch.
Yeah, we got another little sturdy little table in here now. You know what I'm saying? Got some new equipment and all the good stuff. But hey, in real life though, if you got an audio book, you want to do some voiceovers, you got a podcast. If you want to start your own podcast, I do consulting too. You know what I'm saying? I don't just when you record up here, you need
It's
help.
a one-stop shop.
It's a one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying? Do video too. So holla at me. But hey, man, cultural appropriation, it's a real thing. It's not a bad thing. However, you can't pimp and pander the culture.
It's like anything. If you too much of it is bad for you.
Too much of anything will hurt you.
Like milk is good for you, but if you drink 10 gallons of that bitch in a day, you're gonna die. Nah, I take that back. Cow milk is not good for you.
Milk is not good for you at all. There is not one health benefit from drinking cow's milk. I don't care.
And if you drink,
fight me.
And if you drink 10 gallons of that shit in a day, I'm gonna come visit you at receiving because you're gonna die, my nigga.
If you drink 1 cup of milk a day, it's the equivalent of smoking 5 cigarettes.
Hey man, I hadn't drank.
Daily.
I've been on almond milk since like damn near beginning of the year because I forgot we had somebody on here talking about the benefits of that shit, and I've been on almond milk ever since. I drank like in the last week I had like a half gallon of like fat free milk. My nigga, that shit had my body upside down after just drinking almond milk. Like that shit is of the devil.
It is. It is.
Yeah, like I can't.
My downfall right now, because I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating meat a couple years ago. Then I kind of started back. But right now, my biggest hurdle, my biggest obstacle is cheese. You know what I'm saying? I like pizza. I love nachos.
You have an interesting love for nachos.
I had some yesterday.
That is your favorite food.
Yes.
You eat like a 12-year-old.
Hey, I don't eat much, to be perfectly honest. Like I'm very picky. I don't eat fish, not because like I just don't like fish. I don't eat shrimp. Say them fucking roaches of the sea for somebody else.
Oh man, what type of uppity nigga is you?
It's a fucking roach, dog. Anyway, we not gonna get into that. I don't eat a lot of shit. I'm very careful about my palate is very selective. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I'm very selective with my palate. And I think you should be too. And go watch What the Health. You're not going, man, just go watch that shit, dog. Motherfuckers make so many motherfucking excuses and shit of, well, I don't want to. Shut the fuck up. Go watch the shit. When a nigga try to tell you some shit, if Jay-Z put that shit in a fucking song, I bet all you niggas be vegan tomorrow and shit. Like, that's the type of shit that irritate me. Somebody yesterday, I seen a post like, one documentary come out and all y'all niggas vegans. Bitch, maybe you need to be. Like, why don't you go learn something? Because your life changes with new information. Like, if you don't receive new information,
say that shit again. That's from the Book of Nigalations.
What I'm saying, like, it's okay to think one way, right? But once you get new information, you got to readjust. Don't double down just so it look like you was right the whole time.
Like I'm standing firm on my bullshit.
I've been wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrong all the fucking time. When a motherfucker tell me some shit and I can go research it and look, I'm like, well, damn, nigga, I was wrong. My mind changes.
Let me ask you something. Are you still wrong about the earth being flat?
I am undecided. But you can't prove to me that this bitch is round without this is what I want people to do right now. Go on Google, find me a picture of the
Oh
earth.
man, I didn't want you to go there.
Look,
I didn't want you to go there.
This is what you do. Like, just go find me a picture of the earth being round that's not a cartoon. Go on Google right now, find me a picture that's not a cartoon, and then just email it to me. And then I'll shut the fuck up forever.
I thought you was going somewhere else.
No, just find me a picture online that's not a cartoon, and I will shut the fuck up forever.
Okay. That sounds like
the one that's not a cartoon, because it's going to be hard pressed to find one. It's not out there. I tried to.
You didn't spend enough time in your Googles.
Nigga, you know I'm an asshole, right?
So, I do know very well.
And if a nigga provide me with new information, I'm going to try to disprove that shit. This whole earth flat, all that shit started. I'm like, one of my niggas like, dog, get the fuck out of here. You're bugging. Let me hurry up and disprove this nigga right quick. And then, 2 years later, and I'm still unsure. And I'm sure about a lot of shit, and I'm still unsure.
Me, you, and Don had a long talk about that shit. Yeah. We not gonna go into it today because we'll go on another 4 hours trying to fight that shit.
I've been avoiding the episode. It's gonna happen one day.
I don't want to be involved. I'm just gonna call off that day. That'll be
I don't know when
you can do a solo episode, and I can do a solo. It could be like the Speaker Box Love Below.
First 30 minutes is all day.
Oh man, nah! I need a whole hour of ratchet shit.
Oh shit.
Yo, I need a whole hour. Yo, speaking of ratchet shit, the mixtape is still coming, and I'm going to redo Master P's cover for The Ghetto Was Trying to Kill Me.
I don't know what that cover looks like.
You should hit the Googles on that shit. I'm gonna redo The Ghetto Was Trying to Kill Me cover for Kush Blunts and Clinic Trips. Epic shit. And when we do the podcast picnic, we're gonna shoot the first video.
It's pretty late in the month. I mean, late in the summer.
I'm not giving up on that shit. We're gonna do it in the month of August. I done said it here, tattoo it on me. We doing the Shop Talk Podcast picnic in August. Before them kids go back to school, we gonna kick it back and have a good fucking time.
All right, cool.
DJ, liquor, half-dressed people, black folk, white folk, out somewhere.
White folks with Timbs.
Yeah, we Timbs. And they better not be the Mr. Allen's $99 Timbs. If you don't have leather on top of your Timbs, don't wear them shits. They not real Timbs. They wheat thins. Don't wear them wheat thins. Never.
So look, this is an unpopular opinion. I don't like them Tim. I think the original Tim looks better. Like it's the 6 inch.
You talking about with the double sole and the leather around the top?
Yeah.
Now be specific.
The shit look better. I would rather wear them bitches than any other one. But it really irritate me how motherfuckers will sit there and be like, you got these fake ones on, or you're poor because you got, like, nigga, them bitches, though, it's the same amount of money.
No.
Like, it's what,
dog.
$10 difference or some shit?
No, nigga, when the last time you bought a pair of Timbs?
I don't know. I've never bought the other kind.
So
I don't know
it's more than a $10 difference, my nigga.
The point of the matter is, nigga.
Don't wear them wheat thins. That's what the point is.
Point of the matter is, dog, niggas spend way too much time arguing about what other niggas wear.
6-inch Timbs or 40 below Timbs is the only time only kind that are acceptable to wear.
I'm not fucking with them 40 belows.
Nigga.
Them bitches, you might as well have, like, if they look like
Tupac wore the 40 belows and juice.
Okay. No,
You blasphemous soul.
I don't like them shits. Them bitches too long. Them look like fucking women boots that be all the way up to their fucking kneecaps and shit. I'm straight.
Okay.
Couple my niggas got them bitches. I make jokes.
Watch me have a pair this winter too.
Oh, well, I got jokes on deck.
Okay, that's fine.
That have proven to work.
That's why Joy Road niggas are from Dearborn.
Okay.
Y'all niggas 2 blocks away from Dearborn.
All right, well, go to Joy Road and say that shit and have a good night.
I'll be at the Murder Mac tonight between 9 and 10 preaching the gospel about Joy Road. Meet me there. At me.
That's dang gone wild. You know what I'm saying?
Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, the shit don't change.
Hey, DM me, I'll take you over to his crib. You know what I'm saying? if you want to holler at him, shit.
DM me, I'll take you to his house. What type of fucking friend are you?
I won't put it out there publicly, but if you DM me and you can prove that you from the neighborhood.
What type of friend are you?
I'm fucking with you. All right, man. I don't know how you listen to this episode or how long you've been listening to the podcast, but I need you to subscribe. If you're on SoundCloud, subscribe. If you're on iTunes, subscribe. Also, follow us on Instagram, Shop Talk Podcast. Go to the website, shoptalkpod.com. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
One fan a day is all we need. One fan a day. I mean, that's not all we need, but, keep them coming through.
Holla us. We got a special guest coming next week.
Next Friday.
We got a nice special guest coming up next Friday. In the week of, we got a couple guests that's lined up for the next couple weeks. Very different. Every guest is going to be different. Very important episodes coming up real soon for the city of Detroit.
And I posted a meme. Grind. If you do it right, opportunity will start showing up unannounced. And that's what the fuck has been happening.
Definitely.
2017 has been a good year so far for us.
It definitely has, man. And I just been thinking about the future. And
it keeps getting bigger and better.
Yeah.
We started this year off in somebody else's studio. We had Charlie gave us one of our best and biggest interviews of the year, and we were at a different studio that we won't name because we got our own shit now.
I still fuck with them.
No, I'm not saying nothing bad about them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna promote nobody else shit that's not paying.
For sure.
So,
like, what I look like drinking what did Jay-Z say when Ciroc is out? What liquor did he say? He said, like, what I look like drinking Belvedere while Puff got Ciroc.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Something to that extent. That might have been verbatim. But I mean, like, this our shit. We started off in somebody else's. Now we got 4 walls we can call our own. And the shit is only going to get bigger and better.
Absolutely. Especially when I get the actual standalone building. That's coming in the future.
Soon come.
But I like Floyd, what he said. He's like, he asked me why he ain't wearing a suit You like, man, because this is my shit. Like, why would I wear a suit with somebody else's name on it? Like, I'm turning this shit into. I can't wait till my grandkids are running TMT. Ownership.
Yeah, man. And even in the Bible, the good book says you're supposed to leave a legacy behind for your children.
Absolutely.
And this is what we leaving behind.
Shop Talk Podcast Studios it's for all the kids.
But I'm telling my kids right now, you're not getting no real paper till you turn at least 30. So you're going to have to struggle on your knuckles and live your fucking life.
Hey, man.
I made something on my own. You go out there and try it on your damn self.
Man, we ain't built the struggle. My kids living the life of luxury.
Nah.
Oh man! So this episode was going. We got to talk about this too. This episode I want to do is on parenting, and specifically these two topics. Because I was literally talking about this shit in the barbershop yesterday. One, whether people whoop their kids still, whether you should whoop your children. That whole episode. I mean, and it's a bunch of shit with that.
I whoop my kids, and if you try and interject while I'm whooping my kids, I will beat your fucking ass too.
All right, so that as well as kissing kids, like in the mouth and on the mouth, and at what age do you stop? Like there are varying degrees and different opinions on both of those subjects and shit. So I wanted to devote a whole episode to it, and there are a couple of different ones because I don't have children, but people assume that like. Unless you have, like, you can't talk about this shit unless you have kids. I'm like, well, I was a kid once. Don't I get this? Like, I was an actual kid before. There's
certain advice I don't take from non-parents. But I think that'll be a good episode, having some parenting advice. I know a lot.
Advice, just a discussion. Because you can
I know a lot of parents, single mothers, single fathers, people that are married. We can make this shit real interesting.
Yeah. Listen, one thing I don't like is that, like, and once again, I'm not a parent. So things could be, well, the perception of things can be different because when you're in something, you don't perceive it the same way as.
Yeah, when you're of that.
Yeah. So the notion that because this is my child or because I am a parent, you can't tell me what to do because you're not a parent. If I see some shit that's fucked up, it's fucked up. I don't care if I got a kid or not. Like, you shouldn't just walk around and fuck your kid up. You walk in the house and just punch a nigga dead in the eye. Well, you ain't a parent. Nigga, but that's fucked up. Nigga, 2 + 2 is always 4, whether I got a kid or not. Like, so some shit is universally like, this is a bad idea. You shouldn't walk in the house and blow smoke from your cigarette directly in your kid's face. I don't need a kid to be able to see that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Give him that first taste of nicotine. Give him that first taste of secondhand smoke.
I mean, but there are definitely some things that the nuances that you would only learn, through parenting.
I know a fucked up story about some cigarette. Like, my homeboy mama caught this nigga smoking out her carton of cigarettes. Yeah. Made that nigga smoke the rest of the carton.
That's a bad idea. But hey,
it's funny now.
We'll talk about that. Funny today. So that parent
nigga threw up from smoking the carton of cigarettes.
Man, that's fucked up. But that parenting episode is coming very soon as well. Social media, man.
Dame Gone Wild. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Snapchat is slowly dying. Like, I'm watching them niggas on the New York Stock Exchange, and that stock ain't worth shit no more. Snapchat might be out of here.
I've been telling you, I mean,
I know you said that a while. You said that a while ago because that's why you gave up Snapchat. But Snap may be the fuck up out of here.
The shit just
them dog filters can't save you. Them dog filters, all that dancing hot dog, that shit cannot save you. It's almost gone for Snapchat. It's been fun though.
Instagram stories is straight though. I fuck with it. Now all that that Facebook Snap shit, that shit weak as fuck. Get that shit away from me. I know it's the same company, but I hate going to my Facebook app and seeing all them. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Yeah, even though it's the same. Get that shit the fuck out of here.
Instagram stories is better, but yeah, Snapchat while it lasts. I don't even snap that much no more. So I mean,
I go in there, look at like 3 or 4 people's shit, and be out. Like,
I met some amazing people through Snapchat though. I'm not gonna put their names out there, but I've met some amazing people that have reached out to me through Snapchat. So, RIP. Maybe we'll create the next big wave
for sure. All right, man. Jay Johnson 313, all the social media shit. Shop Talk Podcast, Instagram, and
we got a Twitter page.
Yeah, we do. The Shop Talk Pod.
Yeah.
I don't really tweet from it, but I just wanted to hold that shit down.
Has good pictures of us.
Yeah. So, the Shop Talk Pod on Twitter. I'm not saying that we the Rockefeller Podcast.
But we are Jay and Dame.
Peace.